Hey, welcome everybody. Mike from DJ Mike and Mike here. Just a beautiful Sunday, and now it's getting dark out. It's the evening. It's 8:30, and just want to jump on here. I'm using Riverside.fm. Gonna try this out, see how it's gonna be, and see how it's gonna work for me. Possibly talk to Dwayne. Maybe he could jump on it too. Also, I know he uses OBS for our cue it up, and maybe we could use this. So let's see what's gonna happen. He Dwayne's a great guy. He does all this work in the background that nobody sees, and it's a lot of work, putting all this stuff together. He goes through everything. God bless him. It's just this here seems a lot easier than OBS. And for me to catch hold of it, 1, 2, 3, there's a lot of stuff in here that I still don't know yet. If I'm live streaming, for live streaming, you go right to the chat. The chat will pop up in the window here. Also, you could add different text that could pop in, pop out. You could add music. You could share your screen. You could share pictures. I mean, it's unbelievable what this can do. So we're going to try this out. I'm going to go with this and see if I could connect to Dwayne with it, maybe during the week prior to doing our Cue It Up podcast on Thursday night. If not, I'll just have to go through Zoom because I think that's what he uses as Zoom. Well, that's what he does use as Zoom. So I'll have to use Zoom and maybe I could talk and maybe I could do the live stream from here, send him the link. And as long as he has Google Chrome installed in his Mac, we'll be rocking and rolling with it. But the thing is, you are making people happy. You're making them enjoy themselves. I mean, I know there's times that people say, geez, I want to hear this song. They'll come up and request it. And especially at a wedding, as long as the bride and groom allow requests, okay. But you'll get the ones that are going, we're leaving a little bit because we don't like to drive when it's really dark out, this, that. Can you please play my song? And when I first started DJing, I was like, oh, God, yeah, I got to get their song on. So, I pop their song on. And next thing you know, they're still there at the end of the wedding. So as time progressed and as I got more and more comfortable with DJing, more and more educated to people and how they are and how they will ask you about requests and what they will say to you and what their ways are and actions are. Like they'll tell you, well, no, here's a tip. Here, if you get my sign on next here, I'll give you this tip. It's like, listen, I'm not here for your tip for playing music at a wedding. I'm here for the couple. That's it. There are requests before you. You have to wait till the requests are played. And if you don't like it, so be it. I'm not going to put you ahead of somebody else. The only people that will go ahead of anybody are the bride and groom and possibly their parents. But otherwise, no. I do not push anybody ahead of anybody except the bride and groom and also their parents if they come up and request something. Otherwise, no. You're just going to wait your turn. That's it. Back in the day, man, I was like, I got to get them on there. I really have to get them on here. And turns out the people, they'll pull anything, try to get their song on next, and you live and learn. So that whole thing about being an influencer, being inspiration, whatever, every time we go out to DJ, you are an influencer. We are an inspiration to the people that are there at that event. It may be a wedding, it may be a graduation party, and whatever it may be. We are influencing and we are inspiring them to dance, to have a good time, to forget about this crazy world for a while. So it's not that you're influencing people to DJ. You may influence some people that there may be a DJ in the crowd. They may like the way you are DJing. They may like the way your light system's set up. They may come up and question you. So there, you are influencing them in some aspect. But otherwise, don't be ignorant to the people. Don't be ignorant to other DJ might be coming up and questioning about your equipment. I mean, when they start diving deep into stuff, it's like, oh, listen, I can't talk about that right now. I'm DJing. Here's my number. Give me a call. Meet up for a coffee or whatever. We'll sit down, we'll talk, and we'll go from there. 9 times out of 10, they never call you. They're just being a pain in the butt at that point in time, because they want to distract you away from DJing. And I'm one that likes to mix the time I get there to the time I leave. Even for a wedding, I like to mix during cocktail hour. I like to mix during dinner hour. It's just, unless the one wedding I had, the bride and groom specifically told me the only two artists they wanted were during dinner hour was Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. You sure that's all you want to hear? Well, yeah, I'm like, that's it. And they didn't want to hear nothing else except for those two artists. So I did make a nice hour-long mix for them and sent it to them. They loved it. That was the whole dinner hour, you know? I think I had to throw one or two songs in after that, but wasn't bad. So again, like you said, I like to mix right from the beginning of the night to the end of the night. Again, you're an influencer in a sense that you are out there, you're playing music, you're getting people to smile, you're getting people to forget about this crazy world that we live in. And you know what? That inspiration, that influencing from your music really sets the difference between you and another DJ. Some DJs are just there for the money. They don't care. That's it. Hey, I'll never see that couple again. They'll never see me again. Me, the way I look at it, I'm there. There might be 100 guests. There might be 200 guests. And also, from those guests, I might get one, two, maybe three, maybe four, maybe five more weddings out of that. You don't know. But if you act like a complete douchebag, guess what? You're not going to get nothing out of that. You're just going to be one and done, and that's it. And, there are times that you are one and done, even though you did a great job playing music and doing everything. But honestly, today, mostly everybody that's invited to the wedding is either engaged, they're married, or they're older couples already. So what's your chances of getting another gig out of that? Because the ones that are engaged, they may have their venue already. They may have their DJ already. And, they put a deposit down with that DJ. They may hear you and say, man, we should have booked him. But what could you do? I mean, they booked that DJ. And I had one couple say, what's the chances of you DJing my wedding? And I said, well, he gave this gentleman a deposit. I know the DJ that you're booking. I said, I know he's not going to give you a refund. And this DJ requires 50% down. So 50%, it was quite a substantial amount of money for this couple. I said, you're better off just going with them because, I don't want to see you lose your money. And they told me they had a decent time, but they would have preferred me to DJ their wedding. And then another couple I know, they also booked another DJ, and they're like, "Oh my God, Mike, we should have booked you." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Oh, well, you booked this other DJ. Don't worry about it." I gave them a few warnings, because I've heard some horror stories about this DJ, and I was like, "Geez, I hope it doesn't come true on this end." Because the couple is a great couple. Well, I ran into them about a month after their wedding, and I said, "How was your reception?" A disaster. I'm like, what happened? And they told me, well, first and foremost, the DJ played the wrong entrance song. The DJ played the wrong verse dance. I'm like, what? And the biggest part was, excuse me, the DJ that they booked didn't show up there. He had some other DJ that he must have just hired and sent that DJ out to this wedding. And he already he went to another wedding that he was DJing. And this couple called him up and they just laid it to him. And he did refund them a percentage of their money. But that's how some DJs work. Not me, not this guy here. If you book me, you get me. That's it. I'm not sending anybody else out. If I am booked and you call me and you need a DJ for your wedding, for an event, I do have a friend of mine, DJ Will. He's a great guy. I could count on him for anything. He's bilingual. So if it's a quinceañera, there you go. I mean, he got it covered, so, which is great. And then there are a few other DJs I do pass work around to in our local area. You have to go around and you have to talk to your other fellow DJs, even photographers, videographers. Get in with them too. Usually they'll book the venue first. They'll book the photographer. The last one to get booked is the DJ. And honestly, the venue is probably the most important part. But the next one is definitely the DJ. But people don't think about that. they think about the DJ last, and they don't realize how much work goes into everything. So if you're about to get married or thinking about getting married, you're engaged, book your DJ second. Book your venue first, book your DJ second, then your photographer, videographer, and so forth. There's a lot of stuff for a DJ to go over. There's a lot of stuff for you as a couple to sit down and talk to the DJ with. The DJ basically runs the show for the whole evening. Up into the open dance floor, it's the DJ. Even though you may have a wedding planner or whatever, they're relying on the DJ. It should be their job because they're the wedding planner or wedding coordinator, but they rely on the DJ. So the DJ is probably the most important person in that venue that evening, besides the bride and groom, just to guide everything along so it goes nice and smooth for everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. Don't want to take up too much of your time. Mike from DJ Mike and Mike is out. Practice and enjoy. Peace. Practice and enjoy is from a great DJ from the Midwest, Brian S. Red. All right. Peace. Practice and enjoy, everybody.